They had a good practice today inside here with the snow that I woke up and saw this morning, but it'll be gone tomorrow, so which will be good. I'll take any questions at this time.
Mike, when you looked at the film the other night, or when you look at that and see that quarterback again, did you change your mind about anything that happened out there, or was he just that dominant of a player?
Two of the plays were broken plays, and he just took it down and scrambled and made some plays on us. And then two plays we had stopped in his tracks, and he changed direction and missed a tackle. We were folding to the pursuing, so he made some really good plays. Yeah, there's some things we definitely got to fix, but a few of them, it was just he made really good plays, and we missed an open field tackle here, and then he was off and running. So just go from there.
One of the themes in the post game was that you guys had to bond together and not point fingers. Have you seen that from your team since Saturday?
Yeah, they've been doing that all along, been seeing that, and they've been working hard, staying positive.
Mike, your offense had 5 drives for 75 yards, another one for 85 yards.
Right.
Is that the consistency that you were looking for?
Yeah, they did a good job. The offense did a good job, gave us opportunities to definitely win the football game, so I thought that they did well. We kind of the only thing that really hurt us was some penalties here and there, and so those penalties that we got called on were judgment calls. So they get called sometimes they don't. Like I always say, they come your way, they go against you, they go with you. So we just got to keep from having those situations happen and not getting backed up on a couple of drives that we did.
Talk about having to fix some things, but obviously when you allowed the quarterback 327 yards, you would expect that teams down the line would probably look to try and exploit you in that regard. How do you fix those things?
Nobody has a guy like him.
True.
So it's a whole different world. If we were playing a guy like him every week, we would have to play. We needed to play better in that game, he made some really good plays. He looked like he was on full speed throttle compared to all other 21 players on the field, their guys and ours. And so I thought that he played really well. And there's definitely things you have to fix and things you have to do, but some of them is just find a way to get him on the ground, so to speak.
What role does Chris Bounds play in the offense going forward?
Chris will play the role we haven't played that week. We're going to use him different ways against different defenses, and how they align, how they do things. And so, if people do certain things, we'll use him more. If people don't do certain things, we won't use him as much. So he's a very versatile guy for us on special teams and at tight end.
You got two teams that are 0-3 in the Pac-12 playing against each other this weekend. Is there little backs to the wall you figure from both teams coming out in this game?
Yeah, I mean, every Pac-12 game is extremely important, and a Pac-12 game on the road is always really tough, and so I know they'll be psyched up to play, and so are our guys, and they did some good things against USC last week on the road, and USC's a very talented football team, and they've kind of gotten some of their guys back. They've gotten 22 back. I think they'll get 34 back, and those are offensive weapons that are really good players. And so we've got to be ready to stop them. Defensively, they're playing a lot better than they did early in the year, and so they've improved in that side of it. So I see an improved football team from their first couple of weeks of the season for sure.
Mike, given the talents of Shea and Steven, I think a lot of people expected a lot of big plays from those two guys this season. Why have they not been able to really connect with each other?
Well, other night they made a couple good plays that were right there. One hit the dude in the helmet, I think, and then we've just overshot a couple, and then a couple of times we've been open and not been able to get it off. That type of thing. It's just kind of hit and miss, and they'll connect. They'll connect.
From a coaching perspective, how do you make sure one single player doesn't have that type of impact again?
Tackling. Honestly, tackling.
Bo Bichette seemed like he finally got some progress on the ground. Did you see some good things out of him?
Yeah, Bo has been doing well in practice, and was able to get a few more runs because we were able to sustain some drives, and he made some good runs. The first play that he came in, I was like, dang, he slipped, and then I watched it on film. A huge chunk of turf comes up when he cuts. It really wasn't his. I mean, just huge chunk, and that's why he slipped. I mean, anybody would have slipped. And I just happened to hit it, and I don't know if there was a loose piece there, but it was about that big chunk of turf, and it just came out from underneath him and made him stumble. He might have been able to break that first one he was in. He would have had to make a guy miss, but he would have been head up on him instead of stumbling into it. But I thought he did well.
How about Isaac Miller at right tackle?
Isaac did some good things. He played well in the game, and he got beat a couple times, but overall, and that was kind of early. And then as the game went along, he got his feet wet and did well.
Any concern at the nose tackle? Obviously, Lyle didn't play, then Javier goes down. Where are you guys at health-wise?
We'll see Saturday when we line up.
Thank you.
All right, thank you guys.